Get your ass to the coffee club. Get your ass to the coffee club. Get your ass to the coffee club. Let me tell you right now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to game week 4 of the Coffee Club. Hope y'all are having a good week. Woo! My name's Zach.
I'm Luke.
And we're going to be running through, like I said, game week 4. So first up, Chelsea 4, Crystal Palace 0, with Jorginho putting away 2 penalties.
He's good at those.
Mr. Reliable. Almost as reliable as Bruno Fernandes. Ben Chilwell with an assist and a goal. That's a good first game for him. So yeah, it looks like that.
That was his first game for them?
First game, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Can't complain with that.
Not at all.
He assist and a goal?
And a goal, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch this one. Not going to act like I did.
I barely watched it. Next up, we got Everton 4, Brighton 2. Ancelotti's got Everton firing.
Imagine getting a really good manager, like a top-class manager, and backing him. Just imagine if you did that.
And I mean...
That's what Everton did, and here they are.
And I mean, Everton spent a lot of money, but they haven't been buying players that are like, everybody's been after.
Friggin' big unit Ancelotti was just like, had players that wanted to come play. Like,
yeah.
I mean... Arsenal could have picked up Allen. He would have been a good player. United could have picked up Allen. Would have been a good player.
Yes.
Spurs, Allen, big good player. Like, he could have gone to a top 6 club in the Premier League. He could have gone to a bunch of teams. I've been a fan of Allen for a while. He is a baller. Like, and I mean, he said, nope, I'm gonna go to Everton. I'm gonna go to Everton and play with Carlo Ancelotti. And then
he did the same thing with James, another player who he used to coach who did well under him.
Jameis, yeah.
Brought him in, scored 2 goals.
I mean, just hitting those little doom passes, just splitting defenders down the fucking channels. Just, I mean.
And Calvert-Lewin is killing it. He scored for England yesterday.
Calvert-Lewin is on the opposite of fraud watch.
Yes.
He's on. I don't even know what we're gonna call that, but
we'll get back to you.
We'll think of a name for it. We'll have it next episode, and then we'll start that watch, and then we'll levy the good players versus the frauds and see what's happening.
But honestly, real quick, Graham Potter is a good coach. Brighton's coach. He's got them playing good.
Yeah.
From what he's got to work with.
Yeah,
and I mean, he's got some good players.
We've been mentioning this, like they play nice football.
Yeah.
Like they you know, it's not like you've got Stoke. You know, it's not like they're just sitting back and doing a bunch of bullshit.
And I mean, they don't have the quality, but they've got. That shows you that it doesn't matter how your quality is if you've got a good manager.
Yeah, for sure.
So
one to watch on the coaching scene.
Leeds United 1, Man City 1. I didn't get to watch this game. I was working.
Is that the Master versus the Apprentice?
It is. Sterling scored early, and then Rodrigo scored 60 minutes in. So, I thought it was going to be a barn burner, but it might have been a barn burner. Just a low-scoring barn burner.
It might have been one of those possession battles.
Just ask Ken about better defense might be better than better offense.
Yeah, I mean... But yeah, I mean Bielsa versus the bald fraud. I mean Pep Guardiola.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have 2 names.
I mean, yeah, and anyway, Rodrigo scoring, get on the score sheet, new transfer for them. So.
Yeah, 91 pace on FIFA, and I still can't score with him. So what am I gonna do?
I think he might do some damage though. I mean, I see I don't know what you think, 15 goal season, something like that.
Yeah, their other striker is doing really well. I can't remember what his name was. That's why Rodrigo hadn't really been playing that much because the other guy's doing so good.
Yeah, well, that's a good problem to have if you're Leeds United.
Yeah, right. Newcastle 3, Burnley 1. With our boy, everybody's favorite, St. Maximin.
St. Gucci.
Scoring. Callum Wilson with a goal and a penalty. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's a new transfer for them as well. He's a good player.
He is a good player. Way too good for the championship. So, he deserved to be on a Prem team.
Definitely.
United plays Newcastle after this international break, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we will. It's not looking like it's going to go very well.
More on that later. Leicester 0, West Ham 3. I thought West Ham wasn't going to be doing good this year, but they put the smackdown on Leicester.
Wow. Yeah, well, my boy, Mikel Antonio, I mean, Me and him go way back since he was killing it for me.
We go FIFA's back.
We go FIFA's back, you know, back to his foot miss card. You know?
Right, dude.
I love some Antonio, you know, he's got a little bit of everything and he obviously loves the game.
Yeah, there you go, man. Southampton 2, West Brom 0. I'm not gonna try to pronounce the first guy's name, but Romeo scoring. All I know about Southampton is when we played them last season, they should have got like 3 red cards and didn't. So, yeah.
It's weird to see a Southampton W without Danny Ings on the score sheet, but
very true.
But you know,
He was lighting it up last year.
yeah, he's
Hopefully he continues his good form.
yeah,
It's early. He's got plenty of time to catch up.
for sure.
Wolves 1, Fulham 0. Neto scoring in the 56th minute.
I guess all you can say about that is you would think Wolves would have beat them worse.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
assumed so, but
Yeah.
it didn't seem like that. And then we're up to Arsenal 2, Sheffield United 1.
Yes,
How do you feel about that game?
It was good. I watched it before I had to take off for work. Watched it on my phone, but you know, you do what you got to do to get your games in.
Struggle, you know?
Yeah, and we looked kind of like shite for a little while. Like we had control of the game, weren't really doing much with it, but Mikel Arteta did the unthinkable and moved Aubameyang to the center forward position.
Ooh.
Instead of just, you know, like for like substitutions. Instead of taking off Nketiah and putting on Lacazette, he moved Aubameyang to the middle, threw Pepe on the right, had a little bit of Saka, Pepe, Aubameyang, a little bit of 4-3-3 action. It's real fluid, so I know people like to complain about, oh, you start in a 3-4-3, but we don't really play in a 3-4-3. But anyway, clearly lined up with Aubameyang in the middle for the first time, maybe in Arteta's tenure. I think it probably is. And really flipped the script on
He
him.
didn't score.
No, he didn't. But we flipped the script on him. We ran like 2 back on him. Back to you could tell they didn't know what to do when that happened. And then they came back with the late goal, but I mean it was a wonder goal. I mean, dude, McGoldick or whatever his name is, McGoldrick,
Mark Goldridge?
Mark Goldridge, smashed it from outside the box with his weak foot.
Nice.
Side netting. I mean,
Can't do anything with
it wasn't the best defending, but if someone's just gonna bang it in from 20 yards with their weak foot, it's just gonna happen. But anyway, I thought we played well, and it was a good sign because that's a game that we tied last year. I think we tied at home and lost away to them. So picking up 3 points when you need them, that's how you really chase for top 4. You pick up those 3 points when you should.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of 3 points when you should, so next game, Manchester United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 6.
And I don't even know if this is 3 points that you should, but it's definitely at least a point that you should.
At home, I want to win every game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At Old Trafford, you should win every game.
Fun fact, Arteta has not lost at home in the Premier League.
There you go.
Yeah,
Can't say as much
he's,
about Ollie.
I think he's 9 wins, 2 losses from 11. The only team with better home form is Liverpool.
There you go. Arteta's doing great. He looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he obviously is a good coach. I mean, if you can I don't want to talk too much about Arsenal, but if you look at some of the fucking clowns on the team that he's turned into solid players.
Yeah.
Not good, but solid players. I mean, he obviously has a bit of man management to him as well,
And then he's been at Arsenal for 3 or 4 years and started 4 games, more games this season than he has.
He started.
ever.
I mean, it was a glorified friendly in the Community Shield, but he started in a game that we beat Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Take it, man.
yeah.
But yeah, United Tottenham. I thought we started out, the first 2 minutes were great.
In classic United fashion.
Classic United fashion.
Those early
A lot of fast, quick play. Got in the box. They gave up a penalty. Mr. Reliable, Bruno Fernandes scoring it. Then they came back real fast and Bailey scored, and then Son scored, and then in the box, Martial got a little mashup with Lamela. It looked like Lamela kind of.
Oh yeah, no, I went back and watched that. That was bullshit.
And then Martial kind of goes, and then Lamela stands there for a couple seconds, going like, "This dude just hit me," and then falls over.
How does VAR and keep in mind, I am far from thinking the world is against Manchester United. You don't win 22 pins in the Premier League last year and have the refs against you. But how does VAR not call that back on? So I don't know if VAR were the only people that ruled on it, but that's either 2 yellows and move on down the road or 2 reds and move on down the road. There's no way that what Martial did was any worse than what Lamela did. Lamela instigated it. That was bullshit.
I completely agree, but I mean, it's that old saying, man. It's not the first person who does it. It's the retaliation that gets caught. You get punished for it.
But when you have
there's video
when you have VAR,
yeah, you're right.
Both should. When you have VAR, the point of it is to get the calls right. So get the calls right.
Agreed. And you got a 3-game ban for violent conduct.
Well, and it was like when we played Liverpool in the league, Mane straight MMA elbows Tierney in the face in the first 4 minutes, and they don't send him off.
Did he get a yellow card for that? Yeah.
I think he got a yellow, but I mean, that's some NBA star player bullshit, letting him travel. We're not going to send Mane off in the 3rd minute, But and then
a red card's a red card.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter when it happens, shouldn't matter where it happens. If it happens, it happens. You have VAR, use it. And if you don't want to be sending all these players off and you don't want to be doing all this shit and you don't want, either change the rules or take VAR out and then just act like you didn't see it.
Agreed.
But there's no point in having it and not using it correctly.
Agreed. Then Harry Kane scores in the 30th minute, and then by this point I had a game, so I had to go play.
Yeah. Sunday league.
So I turned this off. But then Son scores 37th minute at halftime. They pull Ollie's done at halftime. Apparently Harry Maguire and Bruno Fernandes get into a fight at halftime, and so he subs Bruno out at halftime, the only guy able to make anything happen.
So you're gonna take your best player out because he's calling out your $80 million center back for being a fraud because he was being a fraud.
Yes, that's exactly what he did, actually.
Okay.
So yeah.
Have you seen the clip of have you watched it back where Shaw is defending the first goal and Harry Maguire pulls him down? He pulls him down from behind. He literally, Shaw's in a decently strong position to clear the ball, and Harry Maguire's falling away, pulls him back by the shoulders and just drops both of them out of the way to have a free looking goal.
I saw one of the goals, Harry Maguire tried to head the ball to De Gea and just didn't put enough on it.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too. That was really bad.
I mean, I think he got megged on one of the goals. Harry Maguire is just in a shambles right now. And I'm not saying, he was great last year.
Is he a shell of himself? Or was he just really never that good?
I think it's the system, bro. I don't think any of our defenders know what to do, when to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think they have any clue. I don't think any of the players really have any clue. I don't think Harry Maguire was worth £80 million.
Yeah.
He's making the peas, bro. I don't think he was worth that much. And I don't...
Dude, if you run it back and think about it, you probably could have bought Koulibaly for that much.
I don't know. De Laurentiis was being an asshole when we were trying to...
Oh, y'all were trying to get him?
Yeah, we were trying to buy him. He was just being an asshole. But we could have got Harry Maguire. Jose could have got Harry Maguire the year before when he wanted him, when the club wouldn't buy him for him, for probably $20 million less, probably $60 million.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It just, the club has no idea what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Just like how they flirted with Sancho all window, and then at the very end pull out.
From what I understand.
Where did you read these? Because you need to link me to them. I haven't.
It was on The Athletic. Shout out to The Athletic. But
our proud sponsors, The Athletic. No, I'm just
But if you do want to sponsor us,
a little shout you out, yeah.
All 7 of our viewers will go a long way. Yeah, The Athletic did a report on it, and the Sancho to United transfer saga was apparently shambolic. It wasn't like y'all flirted with Sancho, it was like y'all pissed him off and pissed Dortmund off and just... look like a bunch of dummies.
I mean, there's so many people coming out saying that they don't like dealing with United because they deal with banking people and not football people. And which what everybody has, all the fans have been saying this for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But,
it's crazy how far, like, Arsenal fell off because, you know, we needed a change, we needed to reinvigorate things, we needed to shake things up, it had gotten stale after so many years. And then we didn't spend money very well. But y'all have fallen off in the most shocking of ways because you have this seemingly infinite bank of money and can't make any transfers happen. Like, none that work. I mean, if you think about it, what transfers have worked for y'all? Fred, 50 million, didn't work. Maguire, right now I'm saying he didn't work. He's not working right now. Pogba didn't do what he was supposed to do. He's been a good player, but Pogba was brought in to be the centerpiece of the team that wins the league.
and you can't make Paul Pogba a centerpiece in a team.
No, he's got to be like a. He's not. He might even be a luxury player. I'm not saying he's Ozil level of luxury player, but he's a team that makes a great team better. He's a player that makes a great team better. He's not a player that you build a great team around.
And plus, I don't think Pogba can take the pressure like that.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit soft.
And I know he did that. There was that big video of him pumping up the French team before the final game in the World Cup. But still, I'm not buying it. Like,
yeah, I mean,
I don't think he's that big of a leader. Like, he's a great person. He's got a great personality. Like, I think he really loves the club.
I mean,
But if I was him, I'd be tired of this shit too. Like, no, I'm not mad at Pogba.
yeah. But it's like with the whole French team thing, it's like, oh, like pumping them up and shit. Like, okay, you got
Anybody can be a hype man. It's the tough time is when it counts.
you got Varane on that team, Champions League winner. Umtiti on that team.
Beast.
You won
At the time.
won multiple La Ligas. You've got Griezmann on the team.
Conte.
He's won trophies with Atletico. Conte on the team. I don't know if he had won trophies with Chelsea at that point. I think he had. I don't.
Yeah, he won probably Prem.
Yeah. Trophies with Chelsea. Trophies with.
Two Prem trophies.
Mbappe, mercurial talent. Giroud up there, he's been doing it forever. You know, I mean, he's won FA Cups, he hasn't won major trophies, but
He's the second highest goal scorer in France.
Yeah, he's been doing it forever. You've got huge players from huge clubs with huge talent. You know what I mean? It's not like the weight of the world is not on Pogba's shoulders for that team.
In United, the weight of the world is on him.
Yeah, exactly. He is supposed to be the guy, and I feel like Bruno Fernandes is even taking that mantle from him.
I think he is too. And this is the second fight Bruno's got in.
Yeah.
He got in a fight with Lindelof a couple games ago.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think I've ever seen Pogba really pitch a fit in anybody and call them out. And we need people calling people out when the leaders are getting left in the room, in the training room, or in the locker room because they're trying to hold people accountable. That's ridiculous,
dude. In the glory days of the good Arsenal sides, invincible style stuff like that, you played a bad pass or did something stupid, Vieira and Thierry Henry were grabbing you by the shirt.
Roy Keane was doing the same thing.
People Thierry Henry was not an easy player to get along with. Like, he got in your face. Like those players, they did not accept mediocrity from players. You know what I mean? And I mean, we're a far cry from that right now as well, but I mean, hopefully we'll get back there one day. But I mean, I know y'all are as well. Like, there's not many players or teams built like that, but it's just, there's levels to it, you know, and I don't think Pogba is. And
it's demanding excellence, but it's also holding you accountable.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, the players, I think our players, well, I think we have a good squad. I think the players are good. There is places where we can get better. Like at right wing, we need a right winger. We signed 2 kids who can't even play yet. But there's places where they can get better, but the players we have right now are good. There shouldn't be almost losing to Brighton.
Well, that's the thing with like we need transfers. We need transfers. Like, you have good players.
Yeah.
You need the good players.
You need a good manager
to play better. You need a system. You need a good manager. You don't need a gym coach. You know, you like, and like you said, like there's people like spend the money. Y'all spend money.
Tons of
you
money.
Spent probably £100 million this window. But what do you have to show for it? Someone who's going to ride the bench unless Pogba shows his ass so much he gets dropped and Van de Beek plays in a spot. Or
Alex Telles, so a starting left back.
And a starting left. That's what you have to show for it. A starting left back, and a bench player, and then Cavani, who I forget about. But you didn't pay a transfer fee, but I'm sure you gave his agent fucking £15 million, and he signed a £10 million sign-on fee. And
I'm not mad about signing Cavani. I'm mad about signing Cavani and acting like that's our big signing for the transfer window.
Yeah,
that's what I'm mad about.
Are people doing that?
The club's doing that.
Really?
He's got the number 7 shirt, bro.
31-year-old Cavani.
And people want to act like this number 7 shirt needs to be. Who cares who has whose number? Like, some of the best players that ever play on a team have had that number. That's supposed to be. You're supposed to earn that, not just hand it out to people. Just like how you're supposed to earn the captaincy when Ollie handed Maguire the captaincy before he even kicked the fucking ball for the team. I'm giving Ollie a month.
I don't understand letting a manager just die out there versus just yanking him and putting someone else in. Because the longer you let him just die and take L after L after L, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I'm saying if this is the way it's going, you could have just had someone in, you could have had more time for that person to implement their ideas, more time for them to get the squad to gel, more time for them to figure their players out. Are you talking about yanking them
before the season or right now?
Right now.
Well,
I mean, you couldn't have yanked them before the season.
I don't think we should yank him right now because we got PSG, Chelsea, Leipzig, Arsenal. That could be 4 L's. I don't want a new coach coming in on 4 L's.
Well, I don't want you to yank him at all.
That's the problem when other teams don't want us to yank the manager. That's the problem. Okay.
I want to see him here in August.
Yeah, dude. I've complained about this enough. Next, we're on next game, y'all. Aston Villa, Liverpool. Liverpool catching that boat race.
Oh yeah.
7-2. Jack Grealish looking like the bronze iron god he is. Ollie Watkins with the hat trick.
Ollie Watkins.
He's lighting it up.
As he scored.
Him and Calvert-Lewin are lighting it up.
Does he have goals before this game?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
He scored the first goal in the opening game.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm all about players coming up from the championship and balling because so many people think that, and I mean, not like people that get it, but a lot of people that like casually watch don't think that there's players in the championship that are any good. There's ballers in the championship.
For sure.
They're just, I mean, not everyone is a baller, but they're around, you know? And if you can identify those guys and bring them through, you know?
But yeah, honestly, I think this is the only thing that is saving Ollie from the press this week is Liverpool.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. If this 7-2 didn't happen, and like say Liverpool wins that game 3-0, y'all look like a bunch of chumps.
And people want to be like, well, Liverpool lost really bad to Aston Villa. Why does it matter that Man United lost really bad to Tottenham? And it's like, well, Liverpool won the league last year, so it doesn't matter. It's
and Liverpool's
game.
like maybe the best team in Europe. Like, I mean, they're thereabouts, like top 3 or 4 teams in Europe.
They'll recover from this. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that shit happens. It's weird. I mean, there was like 4 deflected goals. I don't know. My theory is, Liverpool never really goes down. Like, they'll go down like 1 goal, but like they never really like are getting their asses kicked. So I think if someone can come out and go, 2-0 up, 3-0 up, which is a tall order, but I feel like they probably crack. Because like they're not used to playing from that situation.
See Jack Grealish, Meg, Van Dijk?
No, I didn't, but that's beautiful.
Killed him. But yeah, Liverpool will be fine. That's it coming at you from the Coffee Club, y'all. Week number 4. Hope y'all have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Bright and early.
Later.
Get your ass to the coffee club. Get your ass to the coffee club. Get your ass to the coffee club. Let me tell you right now.